This video is for the creative types, the artists, the musicians, the people who are afraid to ask for money for their products, their art, their services, or whatever. I am somebody who is a creative type. My background is in music. I've always been a creative type of person, and I used to not care about money at all. And this is the thing about we creative types, is that we tend to care more about the product, more about the art piece or whatever we're working on instead of the money. And because of that, a lot of artists, a lot of creative types can find themselves in situations where they're not doing well. They have no money. They get the complete cruddy end of the stick. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because I want to really press how important it is to not have that feeling. So if this video is right for you, if you understand what I say when you have that feeling where you just feel kind of awkward or weird asking for money or selling something or whatever, that's who I'm talking to, because that person was me, and it was a lot of my friends when I was younger. And a big problem that a lot of people who are artistic types, or who come from like an underground scene, like a punk rock scene or whatever, some sort of underground alternative scene, whatever it may be, we tend to have a problem with this idea of selling out, and we want to be original, we want to be independent and all of that stuff. And I want to say that there is nothing wrong with prioritizing money, because money is a representation of your effort, your energy, and your time. It's also a representation of your value. And unfortunately, in this world, people will undervalue you, your energy, and your work if they can, even though they know that your work and your effort, your time and your energy is a lot more valuable. And actually, this is a much greater problem in this reality that we have in this world, which is we as humans, we tend to just undervalue the lives of others. You know, we can look at that from the products that we buy, the cheap shoes, the cheap shirts and stuff. We are okay with people around the world living really suboptimal lives because we get these things cheaper. And in other words, we're saying your life is not valuable. You know, although you dedicate all of your time and energy to making these shoes and stuff, you're not living a good life. And we're okay with that. Now, that's a whole different topic that we could get into, but this one is about the creative types and everything, and about getting the bag, essentially, getting your money. And the thing is that if you are a good person, which most creative types and the people who I'm talking about in this video are awesome people. I love you guys. I love people like this. I love the people that care about the art, they care about the product, that care about the service and who they're doing business with. And that's why this matters so much, because it seems like all of the people who are cruddy, who don't do good business, who don't care about the product, the art, or whatever, they're the ones who get the money. And that's a shame, and that's stupid. And I want to change that. I at least want to be an agent that works against that helps people, the cool people, the people that actually put heart and soul into their work. I want to help those people break this barrier that I had, which is prioritizing the money in tandem. So you don't have to prioritize the money over the product, over the art, over the service or whatever, but at least understand that it is equal. It is equally important, and to stop being taken advantage of. And pretty much, I guess this comes down to a mindset thing, which is that a lot of the people like us, we tend to struggle with asking for money. And because of that, we can end up in really bad situations. And so one of the ways that the only way really that I was able to break that barrier in my mind was to just take a look up in the mirror, you know, to meditate, to sit down and really think, you know, what is valuable? And to me, there is nothing more valuable than someone who genuinely cares, someone who's authentic, someone who authentically and genuinely cares about the product, the art piece, whether you're somebody who's making a video, whether you're writing a song, making a painting, making a shoe, or whatever it may be. Out of all of the things that we could do, the human beings that deserve the money are the ones who care. And I hope that the world could be full, like every being, when I look at the rich people, when I look at the wealthy people, in Roman's world, if I were a dictator or whatever, the richest people would be the people who cares so much about a product or a service or an art piece or whatever they did so much that they just pour their entire heart and soul into it. And only those people can become wealthy. That if you're missing the heart and if you're missing the soul, well, then the likelihood of you becoming wealthy and living a good life is slim. Because the idea is that the wealth that you have, the life that you have, should be a reflection of the value or pretty much what you have provided to others. So the value that you provided for others, it's like a mirror, you know, it's like you've provided so much wealth to everybody, whether it be wealth in spirit, wealth in whatever. Like, let's say you make videos on YouTube or whatever, or you're a director, you make movies, you write novels, that novel has affected so many people in such a way that it had made them that much wealthier in the heart or wherever it may be. And so that's the summation of all of the impact that you had. Now your life reflects that. All of that wealth is now a reflection of your life. And that's why it was able to happen. And so, if anything, the point of this video, what I hope you take from this video is that it's okay to understand that money is important and that your life and your energy and your work is valuable. And there are people out there that will take advantage of the fact that you feel this way, that you feel like it may be tacky to prioritize money or to be strict on your pricing or whatever it may be. A lot of people will take advantage of that. And there's a lot of people who know that there are a lot of people like us out there or out here in this world that feel this way. They know that we don't prioritize money and they can take advantage of that. You hear that time and time again. The entire music industry is almost built off of that, taking advantage of people's dreams who care more about the music and performing and creating a good atmosphere for others and taking advantage of that to own their masters of their music and everything and make all of the money. It's a story as old as time, I feel like. And so the point is to not let that happen. And that's what this video is about. Now, my name is Roman Kenrick, and this is my channel where I do these raw talks like this, where it's just unedited. I talk about things that I think are important, things that I care about, and that I think can be helpful for others that people can relate to. If you're interested in this kind of unedited, raw talk type of stuff, and you feel like you resonate with me any bit, consider subscribing and leaving a comment if you have any ideas to add on to this discussion. And hit that like button. It'll help a lot. And I appreciate you for stopping by. Take care.